Welcome to this edition of Fifth Quarter. Hi, I'm Michael Cadwell.
And I'm Maya Patton. In this edition, we wrap up winter sports and take a look at what some teams have in store for us for postseason.
With spring sports starting this week, we take a look at how one runner's journey has taken him on a road less traveled.
All of this and more on this edition of Fifth Quarter. Long-distance running brings challenges that few people dare to endure. But for one athlete here at LSHS, running isn't the biggest challenge he's surpassed in his life. Michael Cadwell and I bring you this story.
Accomplish. I reached my goal to get to the varsity team sophomore year and junior year, and never won those medals. But in senior year, I won 4 medals.
Throughout the entire season, those moments where it was just realizing, wow, Anthony's even better than we thought he was. And, a couple races later, wow, Anthony's even better than we thought he was a couple races ago. Sophomore year, he ran somewhere in the 25:20s. Junior year, he got down about to that time, to 25 in the 25:30s. And then this year, ran an 18:04 at the end of the season.
Anthony's perseverance in cross country might have been developed on his own, but it was the influence of one that he loves the most that made this all possible.
Like every time we move somewhere to house, it's really frustrating for her, but I always cheer for her.
Although Anthony finds his strength through his mom, she would argue that Anthony is the true inspiration.
Kind of like when he wants to do baseball and he would get up at 4 in the morning all this time since freshman year. And still never made the team, but you know what? He's still going to try out, and one day he's going to make it, he says. I said, okay, great. He's the world to me. I love him. He's like a great kid. Everybody loves Anthony.
Their love for one another has spewed from an early tragedy that has changed both their lives forever.
I don't have a dad, and my dad passed away when I was born. And we had some hard times.
Being a fatherless child. And he's accomplished a lot of things that people say one would not, as you can see. Being there, alone, but then he said it makes him push harder because he knows I have to work.
But Anthony's struggles have left a special kind of motivation for the cross-country course.
When the race is about to begin, I always pray for my dad, saying Dad, I will race, I will win this competition, get a better PR, and win some medals for you.
Anthony's love and bright personality forever makes an impact on those around him.
Everybody's always heard, if you really put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. Improvement and success that Anthony did, it just really helps put the in perspective.
I heard him tell a friend of his that only thing you have to do is put your mind to it and you can do it.
No matter how far the distance or no matter how long it takes, whatever hits Anthony in the race of life, he's going to run right through it.
Taking that mentality of being able to achieve anything, he's not going to back down from something he wants to try or something he wants to achieve.
He wants to go to college, yes. I want him to achieve that. He also talked about Air Force. I want him to achieve that. So I back him up on whatever he wants to do.
This is Michael Cadwell reporting for Fifth Quarter. Girls swimming wrapped up their season last week at state. The team, after an impressive day at the prelims, would take 3 events into day 2. The 200 medley would take 16th, and Caroline Francis Cato placed 16th in both the 500 and 20 free. We now dive back into the girls' conference meet with reporters Mike Smith and Clayton Couch.
Girls swim would dive into the competition at conference. The Tigers would start off strong in prelims as freshman Mallory Butler would make state cut in the 200 IM, as well as placing 3rd in the 100 breaststroke. Tigers would continue their hot streak into the second day as Caroline Franciscata would place second in both the 200 and 500 free. The Tigers would also set a new school record in the 200 medley relay with the time of 1 minute 56 seconds, placing third. Signing out for fifth quarter, I'm Clayton Couch.
Colliding against the Titans in boys basketball, but the Tigers unfortunately could not come out on top. Austin Smith gives us the recap of the game.
The Tigers took on the Titans in a crosstown rivalry game for the last home game of the season. The Tigers came out firing in the first half, making 7 threes, Seth Romine having 3 of his own. The Titans, looking for revenge, would lead the Tigers by 8 points going into halftime. The Titans would start to widen their lead in the second half, hitting early threes along with his big dunk by Christian Bishop. Coach Little would try to inspire a comeback, but in the end the deficit would be too large for the Tigers, losing to the Titans 57-77. Signing out for 5th quarter, I'm Austin Smith.
Even though the girls basketball team is having a rough season, there is one thing to celebrate. Claire Locke scored her 1,000th point at the Blue Springs South game. Congrats to her. Now Josh Walker fills us in with how the girls did against Lee Summit North.
On February 8th, Lee Summit High School faced off against Lee Summit North High School. Starting off the game, Eli Childs gets the ball and charges her way through the defense to get the layup. After that, the Broncos blocked Morgan Wiseman's shot and took the ball down court to bank a 3. Towards the end of the first quarter, Claire Locke takes the ball to the paint and hits 2 of her 11 points. Tigers got off on a rocky start in the second quarter, with the Broncos stealing the ball and taking it down court to score another layup. At the end of the second quarter, Eli Childs gets the ball at the top of the key and shoots a 3 but misses. But Burke Bitten fights her way to the ball and puts up 2 points. At the end of the first half, Tigers were losing 30-16. In the second half, Claire Locke gathered the ball and rushed her way into the paint to get the and one. She missed the free throw, but she made up for it by getting the ball back and running down court and putting up another 2 points. Later on in the half, Eli Childs went off and made another 3. She shot 100% from beyond the 3-point line, but the Broncos stampede was way too much for the Tigers to handle. Tigers lost 34-65. Signing out for the 5th quarter, this is Josh Walker.
Hello, today I'm joined with shooting guard Eli Childs, and we're going to go more in depth into the Lee Summit Lady Tiger basketball team. We're going to talk about what's going through their heads. So set us up here. Tell them what's going on.
So we run a 4-high offense, and it's really just to get the bigs up and out of the lane to leave an open drive lane, hopefully for me, Claire, or Micaiah.
And we will see that. What's going through your head right there when the ball comes to you?
I'm just trying to get to the basket. Driving is definitely my strong suit. I'm left-handed. A lot of people can't handle a left-hander, and I try to use that as much as I can to my advantage.
And we'll see that right there. And one thing I like to point out is your immediate transition back. You're automatically thinking defense. You're getting back there. You're not caught up in the fact that you just scored. Tell me about that. Why is that your first thought?
Well, Coach Crawford definitely drills hustle and hard work into our heads, but I've also just been playing sports for a lot of my life, and it's just been drilled into my head by coaches and my parents, and it's just a habit to do that.
It's a good habit to see, good work ethic. And so we'll see you're on the defensive side. She'll miss. So what's going through your head as soon as you guys capture the ball?
Because we're not as, I guess, skilled as we were last year, transition's a big deal for us, and we want to get as many quick points in transition as we can, just to rack up as many points as we can.
And we'll see them shooting the game. We're on the defensive side. Immediate transition down. Ball's coming through. So now you're going to drop this through here. Explain to me how important it is for you to be a shooter on this team.
I really was told this year that I had to step up my shooting game because I didn't shoot a lot last year. I mainly drove. And I've definitely become more confident in my shooting skills and been able to shoot the 3 more this year than I have in my recent years, and I've really enjoyed that I've been able to step up and do that for the team.
In regards to last year, do you think you've had any growth in other areas of your game?
I think I have changed a lot in my playing ability because I used to be very emotional and I used to project my feelings very obviously, and I've tried to work on as much as I can on my attitude and try to stay positive even though we haven't had the best season.
Well, keep it up, keep up the hard work. We'll call that good for today. With that, signing off for 5th quarter with Eli Childs, I'm Braden Weeks.
Thank you for watching this edition of Fifth Quarter. For sports packages and more, go to www.tigerbroadcast.com. For live streams, go to www.tigerbroadcast.net.
And follow us on Twitter at SportsTVTBA. Signing out for Fifth Quarter, I'm Maya Patton.
And I'm Michael Cadwell. We'll see you next time.